YouTube, what's up? Hey, if you're new to my channel, welcome, man. I hope I give you a reason to like, share, subscribe. And if you already been on this channel, you know what to do, man. I appreciate y'all views, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Hit that thumbs up, it really pushed the channel. This client, man, I've been cutting her for probably about a year and some change now, and several different hair colors, through that time. And I believe she got a different color hair right now. I'm not sure. I know I seen red, I seen orange, I seen pink. What else? Yeah, just a lot of different. But naturally, she's like salt and pepper right now. Naturally, I believe that she haven't dyed it already. But we're gonna get to it, man. It's a bald fade, and I love fading, and been working on it, been getting better at it through the years, and we're gonna get into it, man. Like I said, man, for you new people, I hope I give you a reason to hit that thumbs up button. And you see, for myself, it's probably been almost 2 weeks now. A little light wolf. I don't wolf like that. Really, after 2 weeks is a wolf for me, but this still is a little longer than what I usually go. And just doing some reconstruction on it, really, man. My waves, my lay down, and everything is good. That's what I really focus on when it start getting long like this. But we'll get into that later, you know what I mean? That's a whole total different category. But long story short, I need a haircut, but I think I'm gonna wolf it out a little bit more, just a little bit more. I'm going for something. So y'all stay tuned. We'll get into that stuff later, and I hope you enjoy this cut. All right, I'm out. All right, here we go. Starting off with a little bit of toner. I use witch hazel. You can use alcohol diluted with a little bit of water, but it just helps tones the skin and conditions the hair and get it prepped for the cut. You want to be as professional as possible. Believe me, your clients with the longer hair, they appreciate it. They don't want to be, it's supposed to be an enjoyable experience, and you want to use this step just to make sure that your client is not going through it starting off rough. You want the whole process to be smooth so they can come back. And that's what I do to make it a more enjoyable experience. I'm combing down the sides as well. I use the pick, brush, and a comb, and you want to just use this just to get the full stretch out of the hair, just for a better fade. Going to work with our Cordless Andis Masters right here, setting in that first ball guideline on this mid-ball fade. And I know it looks like a low fade, but I always give myself a little bit more room to work with. And we're setting it in with our clippers because we want to make a soft ball guideline. We don't want to make a hard ball guideline. And I know you see most people starting off with their liners, but I just do it a little different. And this way you can knock out so much bulk so much faster. It takes a little practice to do it this way, as far as getting that line perfect, how they try to do. But I've been doing it since barber school, so it's really easy for me to get that thing looking like I put it in with my liners. It's just better off that way, so we can get that ball guideline out. And as you can see, it's cleaning off that bulk really fast. And you want to make sure that everything is even, measuring from the ears once you step in front of your client. Doubling back over my ball guideline with my Babyliss Pro Silvfer FX liners. It has the DLC blade on it with deeper teeth. I'm just trying it out, man. And I use these clippers right here to knock out bulk as well, like you seeing me doing right now. Right here is just to make sure that fade comes out really nice. The smoother it is on the bottom, the more clean it is, the better the fade comes out. And we're bringing it all the way up to the line, but we're not pressing, we're just touching, making sure it's really clean and nice and lined up. And like you see me right here, I'm barely touching. If you do turn it around, just barely tap it. Don't put so much pressure on it to where you're making your job harder. Back with our Cordless Andis Master, no guard lever open, and we're setting in the second guideline. With these guidelines, you want to make sure they're nice and clean. You want to be observant because you have hair growing in a slanted direction, whether it's coming from the right, whether it's growing in slanted from the left. You want to turn your clipper and go against it, brush and rep, just to make sure these guidelines are set in properly. They're here to guide you. In this hair color, salt and pepper, gray and black mix, it throws a lot of people off. So definitely with this type of hair, with all hair, you want to make sure, or whatever fade that you said, you want to make sure your guidelines are very neat. But definitely with this, because greater of a chance with the salt and pepper that you're gonna lose track of where you at. And once you continue to set in nice guidelines, and that's a part of catching your barber eye, having a barber eye and understanding different textures of hair, different colors of hair, all of that. One guard on, and we about to get into the thick of things. This is the third guideline, and you want to finesse this part. And what I mean by that is you don't really want to put a guideline in, but you kind of do. You still want to be able to differentiate like where I'm at in the fade, but also you want to be light with the tip of your guard or your blade, because sometimes you can freehand up here too. So you got to have wrist control and understanding where the tip of your blade, how hard the tip of your blade is pressing down into the hair, because you don't want to create any type of indentation that's going to throw your fade off. I'm hoping that makes sense. And so just be real sensitive to how much pressure you putting on in this area, because this client right here particularly, she wants that we were doing clipper over comb, and we were you know, really cleaning that up and making it to where it compresses the ends for a more cleaner look. But now she wants to have it darker up top, and so I just opened my blade up with the one guard on, as you can see, and I'm going straight up. I'm really just finessing it. I'm not going into it. I don't have the tip of my clipper going into that bulk. I'm really just sitting on top of her hair, and just going up and brushing. Just picked up the comb, and this is gonna make a difference for those little stubborn spots, those dark spots. And so I'm just combing, picking those out, and I'm still in a finesse motion. I'm going straight up, or you can use the flick out motion. Some people use the flick out motion, which one you're comfortable with. And so this is the area that you have to just really finesse. It's not really a guideline. You already starting to fade right here. You're out of your guideline stage. If it was a guideline, this would be the fourth, because my lever is open and I'm just blending into the top. Just being real careful and just using my barber eye, seeing those dark spots. See, I just push my lever in between notch, just to get that in between area, and just, you know, using my hand-eye coordination, gentle with my wrist, and just using my barber eye. That's what it's all about right here in this area, and just really getting down and doing your thing. And as you continue on, you're gonna learn yourself, you know, because it's better to do. You can watch me all day, but until you do it, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Lever closed, no guard, and we want to take out that ball guideline, and you do that by starting under your target area spot, which is that ball guideline, and flicking past it. And as you go up, you want to do the same thing. Open up your blade and just go go right where that ball guideline was, and flick up even more, and keep the same pattern, keep the same motion. Understand where you at within that fade. Use your barber eye, and as I go up, I'm opening up my blade. I should have my blade all the way open right now, and I'm going into that area where I would have a 0.5 blade on. But the Andis Masters, they do that. Like, I wasn't even not planning to use a 0.5, but I didn't have to use a 0.5 on this fade, and I didn't really realize till after, because of how blended it already was and how the method that I used. But hey, with the Andis Masters, you don't have to use a 0.5. Pulling out the Babyliss Pro Gold FXs just to get better detail down in here. And these liners are known to put in a nice lining, just, you know, a great pair of liners. And I'm using them right now to just put in more detail. I'm being gentle with my wrist, hand-eye coordination, placing my tip of my blade in the right angle that I wanted, to make sure that I put in the amount of detail that I want. And you have to be real careful while doing this, because you can create a guideline. You can push your fade up higher, and you don't want to do that. So just be careful. Use the tip of your blade and get that thing real nice and blend it down there, so you can bring out that fade even more. I'm looking into the Andis T outliners as well. Just a great all-around clipper. Definitely when it comes to balling out, lining up, a great all-around clipper. And I'm gonna bring that into my arsenal here pretty soon. But for now, we're using these, and they're getting the job done. Want y'all guys to look at something real quick. When fading, understand that each side of the client's head is not the same. Some hair is more dense, some hair grows in a different direction, which making one side harder to fade than the other. This in particular, we're talking about salt and pepper right here. The hairs are more dense up to the close to the forehead where I'm at now, and it's more thicker to the back where I'm fading in right now. And then the color is darker as far as the salt and pepper is more black towards the back, and up towards the front it's more grayer and lighter. And so it makes it look like it's a line right there where I'm at. And so understand, you're going to have clients like this, but you got to finesse. You got to be a barber. Use your barber eye and make it look the best you know how. And that's just that's why I did it like this. I could have easily, posted this video where she had her hair dyed one color, but I just want to show y'all this. It's just a something that y'all can carry with y'all when y'all are dealing with y'all clients. Clipper over comb work right here, and I want to be very careful because we consulted the last cut. This is the second cut that we wanted the sides to grow back down, keeping it thick on the side. At one point we were fading it on in and just having like a more cleaner look, but she wants them to grow down, so that's what we're doing. And you want to take that comb and you want to pull it to the farthest extent just to get that blend really nice. And see how I'm combing it down and just making sure we don't have too much bulk. Everything is blended, to the best of our ability. You can also go in the downward motion like you see me doing right there, and just cleaning it up, just more detail work with the shorter hair, because it's hard to lift when you go up like that. And I just see it to be more easier when I do it like that. So that's a quick tip for y'all, man, to put in that detail. And you want to do the same exact thing on this side as you done on the other side. Don't get tired, don't get lazy. It will show in your cut, believe me. Hey, look, if you made it this far, man, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you just for listening, for watching my video. It's an honor. And whatever you're doing out there, whether it's barbering, I don't care what it is, only one thing is promised on this earth, and that's death. So if that's the only thing promised, you need to go at this thing with all you got, every inch of energy that you have every day, and whatever it is that you're going for. Don't worry about nobody else. Don't focus on nobody else. You perfect your craft, you perfect your skill, and you be the best. You be one of the best. Don't, when somebody say I'm the best, they're one of the best, but they're saying they're the best. They're the best. They're one of them, and you can be one of those too. So just stay persistent. Don't look left, don't look right. Just keep your head focused on what you're doing and what's your passion, and what you wake up in the morning and think about. I would really like to do that. You need to do that thing that you would really like to do, and you need to go 100% with it, and don't let nothing deter you. I don't care who it is, like, period. I don't care who it is, loved ones, it don't matter. You do what it is that you love to do in life, and you make a living out of it, and you be successful. I don't care what level you at. I don't care how it look right now. You need to go hard in what you love, because that's your purpose, and that's your God-given purpose, and he gave that to you for a reason. And it's not for anybody else to tell you whether you should do it this way, that way. Do it how you feel in your heart. Do it the way you see it, and just go for it, and make it realistic for yourself. The process of a cut it's a lot like life, sped up to 45 minutes, to an hour or so. Just going through it and just fine tuning, man. That's a good haircut. If you can fine tune like that, in your life, and reciprocate the same things that you trying to do with your haircut, you're gonna be all right in life, for real. I'm telling you, that's what we doing right here. We doing a lot of detail work right here, and we just taking our time. We in no rush. We checking the mirror, we looking in the mirror. And as you continue to cut these clients, definitely when they keep coming back, you need to get better and better each cut. And you should be filming. Even if you don't post it, you need to film it, and you need to go back and look for yourself and say, I could have done this better, I could have done that better. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just know the fact that you realize it and that you going back next time and fixing it, that's all that matters. Shaping over the top right here. And the thing about shaping and getting a shape that lasts and a shape that's true, you want to pick it out, you know, more than one time. I've already picked it out once. I'm gonna pick it out again, and I'm gonna shape over it. Depending on the length, I may go for a third time, because the more hair you got, the more you have to pull it up from the root to get a true shape. And you can get that microphone look like the end of a microphone. That's when you know you got it. You know, it ain't no strays sticking up. You know, it's nice and it's all intact, and they appreciate it. Trust me. You know, to get home and to your hair be all misshaped, you know, just shows that you didn't put any, you know, details or any concern about when they get home or if the cut is gonna last. You know, that's the key thing. Making a cut last ensures, you know, your value, you know, ensures the value of your cut. You know, that's actually, you know, a reason why people will come back to you. Back out with my Babyliss Pro Gold FXs, and we have a light lineup request, and I approach it just like I approach all my other lineups, and which is a sloppy copy. We starting off with the vertical bars, hitting the farthest hair to the outside of the lineup, just to maintain a natural lineup. We don't want to push anybody back, so going for my sloppy copy first just to get something. And right here, that's me just fading out the bottom, just to make sure we have a nice clean look when somebody is looking at them from head on. But we just gonna proceed. We're gonna hit the middle, and we're gonna go all the way to the left or all the way to the right, whichever one you comfortable with. I don't have a side I prefer. I guess it's just how I feel at the time, but the shortest line is the straightest line. So we start from the middle and go to one side, start from the middle and go to the other side. Just to, you know, that's a little math for y'all right there. That's the, you know, the shortest line is the straightest line. And after this sloppy copy, I'm not doing too much more to it, but just tapping some little strays because it's a light line up. Any other time I would went back in and just defined that line even more. And so that's her natural lining right there, lined up. Going in for some more details right here. Once you get that line up, it just really shows that fade even more. And you can see where it kind of looks like a darker spot right there. We explained that earlier in the video, and I'm paying attention to that because I know it's a way that I can get it to you know, to just blend in like the rest. And I could have done a video where her hair was just, you know, all one color, you know, and you wouldn't have seen that. But I wanted to do it for the people, you know, who just probably think like every cut, you know, that people do, a barber do is just clean. No, we have some clients, all clients really have things that, you know, you have to work through. I had ran up on an interview with Kobe Bryant, and he said, you know, through the ups and downs of life, like, are we supposed to be on that roller coaster, or are we supposed to be constantly improving, just constantly curious, constantly getting better? You know, he said the results really don't matter. He said it's the figuring out that really matters, and that's barbering. That's exactly what barbering is. You may have a client that you have to figure out, and if they want to stick with you, they see the potential in your work, then they'll see your greatness. And so, you know, she sees my greatness, and I'm gonna consistently get better. You know, this cut is gonna consistently get better. I can't help but to do that. And just shout out to Kobe. You know, I wasn't a big fan of Kobe, but I'm a fan of greatness, and he was great. And that's what's going on right here. And that's all that's what's going on right here. Nothing less than that. It's the figuring out, it's the curiosity, and we just gonna continue to figure it out and just be curious, and you should too. It's Nate, and I'm out of here.